In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to solve the TJCTF problem Ssleepy. In this problem, you're given a network packet capture as a .pcapng file, and we're supposed to find a flag somewhere in the traffic. So after you download the pcapng file, you just go ahead and open it up in Wireshark. And the first thing I generally like to do when I'm looking at a network packet capture is just scope out the file and see what's going on. At the bottom, I see these GET requests for an index.html and flag.jpg, so we're probably going to want to get this flag, but it looks like the response is TLS v1.2 SSL traffic, so we're going to need a .pem file for an RSA private key to decrypt this. So if we look back here, we see some FTP traffic, which looks all unencrypted, where the user logs in, they give a password, and they gave their username, and then they do a couple list commands. So I just like to mark up the file, and we see list and we get a response. They come down here and they do it again and they get another response, and then further down it looks like they do a retrieve request for key.zip and they get a response to that. So we just take a look at some of the TCP streams in this file now, and we can see the conversation about getting the files in FTP, and then the results of the two list commands, and then finally this should be the result of our zip file. So we're going to want to take this, export it, and then open it as a zip file. Now if you were to export it from this screen right here as ASCII data, it would take this text and write it to a file like that, but we don't want it to do that. We want the binary to write the file, so we go here and we select raw, and then we say save as, and I've already done this, but I'm just going to save this as asdiff.zip real quick. And if we open up this folder, we'll see that we have the asdiff.zip folder, which appears empty in Windows. So this probably wasn't a Windows zip folder, but we can take a look with 7-zip real quick to see if it's a .rar or .gzip or .7-zip file, and immediately there's a bunch of folders, and nested in all of them is this server key.pem text document, which is an RSA private key, exactly what we're looking for. So then we just take that, extract it, and then in here is the .pem file that we're interested in. So in order to use this in Wireshark, it's pretty simple. All we have to do is we go to Edit, and then all the way down to Preferences, or we could just hit Control-Shift-P. And then there's no way to search here, so you do have to scroll through it. Scroll through all the protocols in the protocol list until you find SSL. Once you find SSL, you go to the RSA keys list and you hit Edit, and then you would add a key at that location. So right here we just browse and select the .pem file and then hit OK. Now all of the TLS traffic in here can be decrypted using that key. So we just go to the GET request and we can look specifically where is its reply, and there's the TLS traffic right there. We just go follow the SSL stream, and now we see the request and then a response which looks like some text, and then JPEG file interchange format, and some binary data. Now, how to extract the JPEG from this? Because we can't just export as a file directly. We're going to have to filter so that we're only concerned with the reply, and then we're going to want to get rid of this stuff and just get the JPEG. So I did this in a Hex Editor, where I went to the raw data here, selected all of this, open up my Hex Editor, paste it all in, and then we need to go to the documentation on Wikipedia for what a JPEG image starts and ends with in its hex bytes. We can see it should end with FFD9. So we scroll down the bottom, we see the file ends with FFD9, so that looks good. Then we just need to find the start of the JPEG image, so that'll be the first FFD8 in the file. So we just search for the hex value starting from the beginning, find it there, then delete everything before that value. Now I just took the file and I saved it. I'm going to save it as asdiff.jpg here, and we can open it as JPEG, and we've got the flag. That's about it for this video. If you liked it, hit that button. If you didn't, that one is also down there. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more CTF write-ups and cool projects. Later.